All right, we're back with Mark Binda, Programming Director here at News Channel 5, and taking your phone calls, 737+. We talk about the new fall lineup and really all things programming here at News Channel 5. So you don't have to call in, just talk about the fall lineup, the CBS lineup, and talk about anything you want, all sorts of new things.
Stephen Colbert.
Stephen Colbert is new. We've got the new, there are other shows that we actually decide to put on our air that are syndicated, that we purchased, like Ellen, Rachel Ray. They're all in their new seasons, and we could talk about that as well. Let's go back to the phones, and I believe we have Jay up next. Hey, Jay.
Hey, good evening, gentlemen. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure thing. Go ahead.
I love CBS programming. I'm not a reality TV show guy. I can't stand reality TV. But you answered my question on Blue Bloods. That is by far my favorite show. And I think Stephen Colbert is doing a good job. And this new medical drama coming out, I can't think the name of it. I'm really excited about that. I just wonder what your thoughts were. Thanks.
Code Black.
Code Black, yeah. Thanks, Jay.
Really exciting pilot. The thing behind Code Black, it's set in Los Angeles, and Code Black is when there's too many people in the emergency room, too many things are happening, not enough resources, and they hit the sign and it's Code Black, and it's amazing how well edited, and it's almost chaotic. There's so many people in the operating room at one time, all these different cases. How they shot this, it's amazing to me. And they say they will go Code Black in every single episode.
So this means when there's just so many people coming into an ER, they don't have the personnel to handle it all. So right away I see this, and I'm thinking flashbacks to NBC's hit ER.
Yeah.
But this is obviously it's 2015. Marcia Gay Harden, Oscar winner, starring in this, so big name there, and some others. But it does look pretty good. Pretty exciting.
It does look pretty good. I don't know that it has the obviously the ER had George Clooney. You can't out Clooney. I mean that I think was part of what made ER such a big hit. But really a strong pilot. I think if you are a fan of medical shows, Grays, that kind of thing, you'll like Code Black.
Courtney, do we have a clip of that ready to go? Code Black, we're talking about. And
Code Black will debut September 30th, so it doesn't start in premiere week. It'll start this second week of the fall schedule.
Second week, okay. So a little bit down the line.
And it'll be 9 o'clock.
All right. So, intense medical drama. This is, thank you, Jay, for the suggestion, because we have a clip of Code Black, a preview. Take a look.
36-year-old male, airbag malfunction, non-responsive, head injury, multiple laps, pulse 61.23. We are officially in Code Black. God help us.
Hello, residents. I'm your mama. There's nothing that goes on in this house your mama don't know about. You think you're smarter than your mama because you got an MD? Well, you are not. This is Trauma 1, Angels Memorial.
If he's mama, who's daddy?
Let's move. That's daddy.
We spent a lot of time rehearsing, a lot of time with the choreography so that we could come in here and make it imperfect. An emergency is an imperfect organism. Things go wrong, things go sideways.
We actually have real med techs and real nurses on set with us playing characters, and the special effects are unbelievable. You're seeing what actually goes on.
We built this thing we lovingly call the Code Blackometer, which lights up and tells us when we're getting close to Code Black. There's no effort to make it pretty, because pretty just isn't what this place is. But we don't want anything that feels like it's not lived in. We don't want anything that feels like it's been particularly designed, which in fact requires that it is incredibly designed.
I'm replacing all of the patient's blood with ice-cold saline. Who can tell me why?
That can create a temporary suspension of animation.
Bingo. We're going to kill him to save him.
This stands apart because it's grounded in so much reality. I mean, these are the stories, these are the types of people you would find working on these sorts of things on a day-to-day basis.
You are not, under any circumstances, allowed to kill a guest in my house.
These are men and women who are literally taxed to the 11th hour to try to save as many lives as they can.
Everyone is in the trenches, in the moment.
Your son has a collapsed lung. We're going to help him.
Vitals are dropping. It doesn't make sense.
Why isn't it working?
Please do something.
We need to get a doctor in here. I'm a doctor.
And you are too.
Listen to my advice. You can do this.
It's thrilling.
Truck ran right over his leg, broken at least 4 places.
What's that for?
Renovating the suture room.
You can't put a hole in that kid's skull in the ER, Leanne. You need a neurosurgeon.
There's an epidural bleed. He's out cold. I gotta drain it. Sometimes you just gotta be a cowboy, Neil.
Everybody has a job to do. It's teamwork. You don't have minutes, you have moments. It's an amazing charge.
One of your residents is calling you from the back of an ambulance.
Chris, what's your ETA? Not soon.
Chris is going to do a C-section.
I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Uterus is exposed.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. Region's tied. Feel for the baby. When?
Now. Everybody ready? I'm going to try and save this leg. 1, 2, 3.
You got to get in the trenches, and it's down and dirty. It's visceral. We'll give the audience a dose of reality.
The stories that we are telling matter.
I love you so much, I want to break you in half.
I love you so much. I want to punch your face in.
Looks great to me.
Yeah, it has when they're in that Code Black situation, it has almost a documentary feel to it. Right. There's just so much going on.
Looks better than Grey's Anatomy to me.
Yeah, Grey's Anatomy has turned into a soap opera, obviously, you know.
Too soapy. I got a few people in the back room there, just big Grey's Anatomy fans, are saying, oh, no. Totally different. Just a different idea there. Let's go to Thomas, line 3. Thomas, thanks for holding.
Yeah. I'd like to know about the Two Broke Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my mother were watching an episode, and they were smoking weed or pot, and they were talking about sexual stuff.
It's a pretty racy show. It can be, the themes on that show can be pretty adult.
Yeah, it's
why in the same heck would it be on 7 o'clock at night beyond me?
Good question.
They should at least put it on at like a
little later.
Yeah, like 12:30 at night. Crying out loud. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, hold on, Thomas. We'll listen in.
Yeah, no, Thomas makes a good point. It's you know, when it first came on the air, I guess this would be its 5th season now. It was an 8:30 show, and I'm a little surprised actually some of the stuff they get away with at 7 o'clock. You know, that's what you're seeing now on television. You know, on all the networks. Does it make it right? I don't know. People are watching it. I'm surprised in some of the stuff they get away at 8 o'clock on other shows.
Mike and Molly, I've seen a few. Mike and Molly and Two Broke Girls. I've noticed. You know, I've even looked up from my desk down in the newsroom and gone, did they just say that? Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I thought, you know, 2.5 Men was bad, and Two Broke Girls has gone beyond that somewhat.
All right. Good point, Thomas. Thanks. Let's go to Alan next. Hey, Alan, welcome.
Yes. I don't want to prejudge the show, but I believe you're going to introduce one where the guy takes the pill and he
Yeah, Limitless.
Yes. Does that raise any questionable thoughts in neither of your minds? And I'll leave it at that, because I mean, like I say, it may be a great show, but just here, take a pill.
Yeah, pop a pill and it'll solve your problems, that kind of thing.
And
right?
then let go work for the FBI. Yeah,
okay. I got you. Good, that's a good point. We'll talk a little bit about Limitless in just a minute. That's the spin-off of the Bradley Cooper movie.
Yeah,
right?
Bradley Cooper is one of the executive producers. It's you know, it's a fantasy drug, a made-up drug called NZT, and it's not he's taking LSD and having, you know, tripping out and you know, solving crimes. It's purely science fiction. This pill can make him do anything. I mean, you know, so I don't know that, you know, you could draw the conclusion that taking a pill is going to make you some kind of superhuman.
The series, though, Bradley Cooper's executive producer, and is actually, we see him in a couple of the promos.
He's in the pilot a couple times.
He'll be maybe in a couple of episodes.
Playing the same character he was in the movie.
And this is about this mysterious drug that allows the lead character to access theoretically 100% of his brain. So
and you see him do some really, you know, crazy things, just like Bradley Cooper did in the movie. The star is Jace, God, I forget the guy's name, McDormand, and he was actually in American Sniper with Bradley Cooper, and Bradley Cooper recommended him for Jake McDormand
for this role.
Recommended him for the role. Jennifer Carpenter, who was in Dexter, she plays his partner at the FBI. It's a pretty good cast.
Yeah. And a lot of special effects, I think, post-production, as we call it. All right, we'll take a good call, Alan. Take another break, and now when we come back, we will talk a little bit about Life in Pieces with James Brolin and Diane Wiest and Colin Hanks right after this.